Hello, everybody. It is April the 3rd, 2021, right here on the Wrestleview YouTube channel. Hi, it's Saturday, not Sunday. Why is this happening? Well, oh, come on. Tomorrow's Easter, and come on, we gotta celebrate Zombie Jesus. So no, we're not gonna talk wrestling on Zombie Jesus Day. We're gonna talk about wrestling right now. Hi, I'm Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and the co-host of Wrestleview Live, alongside the effervescent editor-in-chief Mike Tedesco, where we cover the major WWE pay-per-views immediately following them right here on the Wrestleview YouTube channel. And yeah, WrestleMania week is upon us. Are you prepared? I'm not prepared because I got a blank sheet of paper right here because we're going to do a lot of predicting. There are 22 matches that we've got to predict for WrestleMania week next week. That covers NXT Stand and Deliver, which is basically 2 regular episodes of NXT on Wednesday and Thursday, and then night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. So we got to do some predicting, a lot of predicting, and do a lot of wagering on top of that. Also on the show, it's going to be a little bit of an abbreviated show because it's Saturday. You know, you don't want to hang out too long with me. I mean, I appreciate hanging out with you guys and everything, but come on, it's Saturday. So it's going to be a little bit of an abbreviated show. So going to talk a little about the milk carton and stuff. Doug, what are you talking about? Well, first off, for those of you tuning in for the first time to the Wrestleview YouTube channel and checking out this show for the first time, thank you very much. Here on Wrestleview Weekly, it's basically a weekly roundup of professional wrestling. I give you the headlines, big news headlines that happened for the past week. Go over kind of the top 5 things that I like to think are important from television, from pro wrestling television. But then there is the WWE Milk Carton, which is a list of performers that have not been on WWE television or pay-per-view for at least 3 weeks, who are perfectly healthy and on the main roster. And then finally, we do predicting. Do a little feature item. And today's feature item is the WrestleMania times of the entire week. I say an abbreviated show today because television stunk last week, and also not a whole lot of news happened, and it's Saturday, so we're gonna do a little bit of a short one, maybe a short one. It depends on the discussion we have regarding all of these matches, but talk a little bit about the predictions and everything and how we're going to be doing that in a little bit. But before I do that, I got to get the pleasantries out of the way first. If you're in the chat room now, you say, wee! If you're not in the chat room, there's not a damn thing I can do about that. Oh, I know, I saw Jamel. Jamel's in the chat room. Who else is in there? I know y'all are coming in. I know you're going to try to file in. I know it's a Saturday. You're busy trying to get out of your basement and get some fresh air outside or something like that. Or, you know, you're just enjoying life. I totally get it. But thank you for showing up anyway. Oh, there's Daniel saying I'm going 0-22. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I'm fearing right now. That's what I'm fearing. There's Mashoon on a Saturday afternoon. Wee! Who else? They'll file in. So, predictions. How do we do predictions on here? Well, as any other professional wrestling web podcast will do, predictions for pay-per-views and whatnot, but they never hold their feet to the fire. On my show, I do just that. I'll make predictions on the pay-per-views, and sometimes I feel very confident in my predictions. Hey, sir, in the chat room going, wee! When I feel confident in my predictions, I like to lock them, in the air quotes, lock my prediction. If my locked prediction fails to become a reality, we do a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. You can see it's kind of getting a little light there, so we may have to get another bottle, another handle of this sometime, though God, I hate this stuff. I absolutely hate this. So no other podcast holds their feet to the fire like I do. Okay? I take my predictions seriously. All right? So slate is clean, no tequila today, but just because there's a no tequila show, it's definitely not a sober show. So the sources today that we're going to do on the sources, professional wrestling news websites always cite their sources for what they think happened with the boys in the back or the drama outside of the drama, because the drama they're watching is not incredibly entertaining at all. This has become kind of a favorite of mine. My sources are very good, and they're invisible too. They're invisible too. From Town Brewing out of Charlotte, North Carolina, is Court Shoes Only. Are the sources that we're having today. Now, I had to do a little bit of research on this particular beer. Found that last February of this year, we were supposed to have the Queen City Brewing Festival, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, it was canceled. So in light of that, all of the local breweries around the Charlotte-Mecklenburg area and surrounding counties came together for a collaborative effort for a kind of a commemorative beer. And so Court Shoes Only is the commemorative beer that was released benefiting the what is this? Acing Autism is what this commemorative beer, all the proceeds to the sales of this beer go to Acing Autism. And Acing Autism is a child development program fighting autism through tennis. And so, yeah, I thought we'd go and try this. Now, the collaborative effort between all of the breweries, and we're talking nearly 30 breweries here, the initial formula, the foundation formula, was done by Noda Brewery, one of the best breweries in the state. And then all of the other breweries got to take that formula and make their own tweak on it. You know, maybe use different hops, a different brewing method, different filters and stuff like that. Well, from Town Brewing, they basically took the same formula from Noda, but instead of it being a double IPA, it is a triple IPA. From Noda, I'm looking at their formula here. Let's see, it's on using Citra, Aquanaut, Cascade, and Mosaic hops. Noda's brew was an 8.8 ABV, but this one is a lustrous triple IPA at a full 11. So yeah, crack that bad boy open. Yeah. We do not go light when it comes to that. All right, into the Chalice of Truth goes Court Shoes Only. You know what? We might be able to fit another can in there. Yeah, we're going to fit another one in there, so we just go straight from the hopper. Get another one. Yeah. We're going to need a full chalice for all the predicting that we're going to be doing today. There we go. Fill that up. We'll just take a sip out of the can here. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be trouble. This is good. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Okay. So, how are we going to be doing the predictions here today? Well, 22 matches, 5 on NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 1, 5 matches on Night 2. WrestleMania Night 1 has 6 matches. WrestleMania Night 2 also has 6 matches. 22 matches. What we're going to do is doing 10 locks is what we're doing. 10 locks is what we're going to do. 2 lock, and all of them mandatory depending on their nights. 2 mandatory locks on Stand and Deliver Night 1, 2 mandatory on Night 2, 3 mandatory on WrestleMania Night 1, 3 mandatory on Night 2 of WrestleMania. I showed you before, the pad of paper is empty. I have not made I'm doing this blindly. That is the best way to do it. That is the most entertaining way to do it. And so, yeah. Oh boy, 10 shots of tequila on the line this week. Oh boy. Oh, and by the way, Thursday, NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 2. Tune in here on the Wrestleview YouTube channel because I'll be doing a watch along for Night 2 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Should be very stupid and fun too. Maybe it might be fun. I don't know. You might hear me say a lot of fuck this match since Kylo Reilly's going to be performing in that on that night. But before we get to the predictions and stuff like that, Machoon saying only 10, I should make it 15. How about I do you one better? How about 14? You want to do 14? I'm not doing all of them. I got a 14 is what we'll do. 14. I'm going to keep the 2-2-3-3 formula, okay? But when I start running out of locks, that's when it gets dicey. So, okay. Change my mind. I succumb to peer pressure very easily. 14 locks is what we'll do. 14. I'll do an additional one for each night. I got to keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, let me write that down. Yeah, 14. Got to do 14 on a formula 2-2-3-3 on top of that. All right. Now, before we get into that, some people finally appeared on television for the first time in well over a month. Liv Morgan and Whoopi Wyatt, Billy Kay showing up on SmackDown last night. Who else showed up? Malcolm Bivens was at ringside for the Battle Royale on NXT. So he is off the milk carton. But there are some that still remain. Some that are not hurt. Some that are perfectly healthy. And there are some that are on the main roster and have not appeared on WWE television, pay-per-view, or otherwise for, say, 3 weeks. And those people go on a very special list. A list of my own design. Oh, God, that chalice is so full. I just topped it off. And that was very, very dumb of me. But those people end up on a very special list. List of my own design. A list that only grows even though people leave. Well, actually, there was only one new person that hopped onto the milk carton this week. But milk carton, Doug, what are you talking about? It is the only reason you people really tune into this thing sometimes. But you know what? I'm all good with that. Turn your head if you're squeamish. Brace yourself for impact. It's a WWE milk carton. Oh, what the hell am I doing on a Saturday here? I should be at home having a beer, grilling hot dogs. Even Milky is not used to it being on a Saturday that we're doing this. But here we go, and making her debut on the WWE milk carton. Her debut. This is the first time she's ever appeared on the WWE milk carton. Can you believe that? Unless there is some kind of injury report out there that I am not sure of. Nevertheless, Bayley makes her debut on the WWE milk carton. We have not seen her since the March 5th episode of SmackDown where she did a Ding Dong Hello segment involving nobody but herself. Something like that. I'm not a fan of, I don't know. Do people really like the whole ding dong hello catchphrase? I mean, is that, I don't know. I haven't caught on to it. Maybe I'm just not down with the street or something. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Killian Dane, haven't seen him since the February 24th episode of NXT where him and Drake Maverick were squaring off against the grizzled young veterans. And then during the match, Imperium came out and started beating up everyone. Yeah, except sans Walter. And so Drake Maverick in the following week or following couple of weeks would approach Imperium. Hey, where's my boy Killian Dane? They don't know, so he would have a match against Walter. Nice squash there. But we still haven't seen Killian Dane. Don't know what's going on there. Jamel brings up when it comes to Bayley, she may be on a mental break. Her engagement ended, and yeah, that's true. A lot of personal stuff, so she might have taken some time off. But time off nonetheless. She's on the milk carton. Angel Garza. Haven't seen him since the February 22nd episode of Monday Night Raw, where he faced off against Damian Priest to kind of augment the whole Bad Bunny Miz match that's going to be happening at WrestleMania. He was not backstage when Bobo Lashley came out and put a bounty on Drake Maverick a couple of weeks ago. You know, a lot of people are afraid that since Andrade hit the bricks, Angel Garza might be doing the same thing. I don't think so. I think Angel Garza might be heading to 205 Live, maybe. Who knows? There's really nothing going on for him right now unless they give him a different view, like go to SmackDown or go somewhere else, because Raw ain't working for anybody right now. Speaking of not working for anybody, Keith Lee. Haven't seen him since the February 8th episode of Monday Night Raw, where he faced off against Riddle. Some people saying he's still under quarantine with the spiky Nerf ball of COVID. I'm not so sure, but man, it is not looking good for Keith Lee. And that's amazing, isn't it? It's really amazing that we have not seen him we're getting close to 2 months now. And there was so much promise for him coming to Monday Night Raw. Something happened. Something happened that we don't know, that we can't see. Okay? And it's not for us to just say, oh, Vince McMahon doesn't know. There's something up, okay? Because there was a lot of promise in Keith Lee, but it ain't looking good right now. Nikki Cross, haven't seen her since the February 1st episode of Monday Night Raw, where she had a match against Alexa Bliss, only to confirm the wacky voodoo-like Alexa Bliss character. She needs a change of scenery. She needs to go back to NXT. Nikki Cross either needs to go to NXT or ship her on over to NXT UK. I think NXT UK would be a fabulous fit for her, especially if they're also thinking about shipping Killian Dane. Those two are the items, I think. I'd send her on over to NXT UK alongside Killian Dane. So, yeah, I mean, there's just nothing for her going on stateside. Induce Share. Haven't seen them since the January 26th Superstar Spectacle out of Indiana. No, India. No, it wasn't out of India. It was out of Florida, but they did a television special on the WWE network for Sony India Television is what it was. All of this to augment and promote the potential NXT India product that may be appearing in the next couple of years. Seriously, keep your eye on it. NXT India may be happening, but it's something you probably won't be watching here stateside. It will only be in the country of India. And speaking of which, Jinder Mahal was there too, because they were part of a 6-man tag. I really have no idea what's going on with Jinder Mahal ever since recovering from a ruptured patella and then rehabilitating that same knee after it became aggravated last October. I have no idea if they're really going to be shipping him off to India as well. Maybe. Who knows? You know, but man, so many people that so much promise, and you know, where in the hell are they? Oh God. And this one always makes me sad. Tucker. Haven't seen him since the January 25th episode of Monday Night Raw, where he was chasing after the 24/7 title on a segment of the VIP lounge or something like that. Ever since they split up, Heavy Machinery. I knew this was going to be happening soon. We're going to see this guy, unfortunately, is going to... Yeah, you're going to see some papers given to this guy. And it stinks, too. This guy's so young. So young. So much promise. But there's just nothing for him. And he's kind of a bland character, too. He has to be in a tag team. He has to be in a stable. He has to have something else. Ooh, Wesley Blake. This is a fun one. Haven't seen him since the January 1st episode of Smackdown, where he was ringside in a tag team match of Big E and Apollo Crews teaming up against King Corbin and Sami Zayn. He was part of the Knights of the Lone Wolf alongside James Cutler back then. James Cutler would end up getting released by the WWE after going to a New Year's Eve party and coming down with spiky Nerf ball. And since then, where's this guy? Your guess is as good as mine. He should be trimming down and he should show up on 205 Live. Kalisto. Haven't seen him since that same episode of SmackDown where all he was doing was leaning against a wall backstage while Sonya Deville made her triumphant return to WWE television. This guy, if he's not going to 205 Live, then he is getting his papers, and he's going to have him some fun over at AEW. And a lot of people are going to have fun talking about him at AEW, I think. I don't know if the arrival of Kalisto is something that people would really clamor for or look forward to at AEW areas, but I don't know. Speaking of AEW, AEW was incredibly fun last night. I will go ahead and admit it. All right. The return of Statlander and Chucky T. Chucky T and the other dude, Trent. The best friends reuniting. Sue, the mom in the minivan, giving the thumbs up. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. And the return of the Inner Circle beating up Pinnacle or whatnot. But that was a fun show. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the WWE milk carton. Eric. Haven't seen Eric since the December 28th episode of Monday Night Raw last year when he was chasing after the 24/7 title. What happens with him is dependent on what happens with Ivar, his tag team partner, who is currently rehabilitating a clavicle injury or a neck stinger of some kind. We're not sure if he's coming back. And also, we're not sure if Eric's coming back. Oh boy, this one makes everyone happy. Velveteen Dream. Haven't seen Velveteen Dream since the December 23rd episode of NXT, where he was legitimately buried. He was legitimately buried by Adam Cole. I thought he was going to be appearing at the Royal Rumble. I keep waiting for him to reappear to troll the hell out of everybody. But the longer he's gone, the more everyone is going to be forgetting about him, which is a good thing. Don't be shocked if he shows up on an episode of Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. You should not be shocked by that, okay? Since it's been this long since we've seen him, that is the perfect time to bring him into the fold. Jimmy Uso. Haven't seen him since the November 22nd Survivor Series, where he was standing outside of Roman Reigns' locker room and they were doing some kind of segment involving the Usos family or something like that. He is healthy. He is good to go. When is he going to appear? Who knows? We keep saying he's going to appear for the past 2 months. Every pro wrestling website has said that be prepared. Jimmy Uso might be coming back on Elimination Chamber. He could be coming back at Fastlane. Never comes back. So who the hell knows when he's going to be showing up again. Take a sip for this one. Because, man, this guy has been on everyone's lips since Andrade was released. Aleister Black. Haven't seen him since the October 12th episode of Monday Night Raw from last year. This was the episode of the draft, and he was drafted to SmackDown. He has yet to appear on television at all. There have been a lot of reports saying that he's undergoing some kind of repackaging of some kind, but don't believe any of that, okay? All we know is he hasn't been on TV since last October, and a big reason for that is because his wife, Zelina Vega Ortega Trinidad, was released a few months ago because she thought it would be really good to make $5 a pop on OnlyFans dressing up like sexy Melina. Don't know what's happening with him. His Twitter account's still active. Just have no idea what's going on with Aleister Black. And I'm not going to make any predictions other than he might be giving his papers. Marina Shafir, haven't seen her since the September 23rd episode of NXT, where she took part in a battle royale of the Vagina Persuasion. That was won by Candace LeRae, who went after Io Shirai for the NXT Women's title. All right, Riddick Moss. Haven't seen him since the September 21st episode of Monday Night Raw from last year, where he was underground and thought he was a cage fighter and was fighting Arturo Ruas. And Daba Kato was down there too, and he thought he was a cage fighter, and Braun Strowman thought he was a cage fighter, and so they cage fought in a pseudo basement of some kind. Both Riddick Moss and Daba Kato were drafted to SmackDown a month later and drafted to Monday Night Raw, and they have yet to show up on television. Don't be shocked if Daba Kato shows up at WrestleMania. Just saying. But Jessamine Duke was down there too, and she is a cage fighter, and she was down there underground, but underground doesn't exist anymore, and that was back on September the 7th of last year. What the heck is Jessamine Duke doing? She is playing video games online on WWE's dime. That's what she's doing. And finally, the stalwart of the WWE milk carton. We are right now probably 12 weeks away, 11 weeks away, something like that. Little over 2 months away from crowning a brand new golden gallon. What's a golden gallon? A golden gallon is someone who is on the WWE's main roster, is perfectly healthy, and has not been on television or pay-per-view for an entire calendar year. Ladies and gentlemen, this one could not get here any quicker. Mojo Rawley. Get hyped, boys! Get hyped! Get hyped! Mojo Rawley, haven't seen him since the June 19th episode of SmackDown from last year, where he squared off against Shorty G. Shorty G is now Chad Gable again, and he's now doing something with Otis and doing a tag team thing because he sure as hell can't do anything himself. And we tried to make Shorty G, Chad Gable, a thing on his own 3 times over in the past 12 to 18 months, and it never worked. So Mojo, you stink. And that's the WWE milk cart, and that is everyone who is on the list of lactose. Who's going to be showing up on the list if they don't show up for next week? Just looking, I've got a feeling everyone's going to be showing up here. There's usually WrestleMania times is when everyone shows up, and the milk carton is almost wiped clean, except for Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley's going to stay put. So there you go, the WWE milk carton. I'm gonna take a swig because we flew through that one. All right. WrestleMania week. 22 matches. A lot of alcohol on the line. My liver absolutely on the line. So, brace yourselves. Got to put our thinking caps on. We got to remember Fantasy Booking 101. We don't think of ourselves. We think of booking the program. But the problem is there's going to be a lot of resolution to a lot of programs. So, all right, let's dip into this. Strap it in. All right, let's go. Let's start off with NXT Stand and Deliver. That was quick. I forgot to put the stingers in there. You know what? I'm going to put the stingers in there. Can I do that again? I want to do that again. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's better. Dear Lord. Thought I had everything ready to go. Apparently I didn't. That's okay. All right. NXT Stand and Deliver Night 1 next Wednesday, 8 o'clock on the USA Network. 5 matches are scheduled on the show. It's basically just an episode of NXT is what it is. That's why I really don't think there are going to be any more NXT Takeover shows. They're just going to be television shows. They aren't going to be on the WWE Network. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not going to be on Peacock. Not unless they feel like editing out something that they're scared by. All right, here we go. NXT, Stand and Deliver, Night 1, Wednesday night. Kushida squaring off against Pete Dunn in what apparently is being labeled as who is the best technical wrestler in the world? Or who's the best technical wrestler on NXT? I hate the term technical wrestler. I really do. I don't get... what does that mean? That they use holds? That they hold people more? Or there's way more counters? Or what? I don't understand. Or is that maybe just it means it's more of a wrestling match and there's no punches or kicks? Mediocre Lewis in the chat room going, wee! This one, I just don't really, I don't know if this is really worth locking, But if I'm going to do 3 locks on this night, and I'm going to pick one here, I'll take Pete Dunn. I'll take Pete Dunn on this one. Because Kushida is... Kushida's getting to that time to where he takes like a month break, and then he'll reappear on NXT. That seems to be the case with Kushida. Pete Dunn, we're trying to rehab the character after losing to Fonz Balor. We're trying to rehabilitate him somewhat. This would be a good way to build him up and then possibly have him go for the North American title, or maybe build him big enough to where we can ship him back to the UK. Something like that. But either way, I'm going with Pete Dunn. Yeah, and I'll probably lock that. Yeah, we'll lock Pete Dunn. Yeah. I'll lock Pete Dunn. All right. I fucking hate gauntlet matches. I can't stand gauntlet matches. But we're getting one on the NXT show with a 6-man gauntlet match to determine who will face off against Johnny Gargano the following night for the NXT North American title. They will be, and the order that I am saying them is the order that they will be appearing: Isaiah Swerve Scott, Leon Ruff, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis, L.A. Knigget. L.A. Knight. L.A. Knigget. The best way to figure out all of these types of matches is... who is not involved in a program. So Isaiah Scott and Leon Ruff have kind of got a pseudo program going on. Bronson Reed and L.A. Knigget kind of have a program going on. So the only ones that don't have anything going on are Cameron Grimes and Dexter Lumis. Got to pick between Cameron Grimes and Dexter Lumis. Look at Cameron Grimes trying so hard to look mean, but he's got a boatload of cash, and Dexter Lumis just doing Dexter Lumis things here. We never got Dexter Lumis versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American title, so that's why I'm taking Dexter Lumis. Yeah, he was hilarious during the Battle Royale last Wednesday, just standing in the corner and not doing a damn thing for 15 minutes. That's the kind of pro wrestler I want to be. But yeah, we'll take Lumis on this one. Am I confident enough to lock it? No, I'm not. I'm not going to lock it because if I did, then it might play into future locks. So no, but I'll take Dexter Lumis to win the Gauntlet match. Triple threat tag team match for the now vacated NXT tag team titles. MSK versus Grizzled Young Veterans versus El Legado del Fantasma. We are pushing MSK to the moon right now. We are pushing them really hard. El Legado del Fantasma, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, they have been on TV on the regular. Grizzled Young Veterans, now that, what's his name, James Drake has finally learned how to talk. I know we're pushing MSK to the moon, but I've got a feeling that they're going to be doing a lot more chasing. I think they're really going to keep chasing. It's either El Legado del Fantasma or Grizzled Young Veterans. I really, really think that the Grizzled Vets are going to take this one. Just because we got to have some talkers with the tag team titles. We've got to do something with the tag team titles on NXT. It's bad right now. It's really bad. Yeah. And we can't give them, I don't know. Jamel's saying Legado del Fantasma is the pick. Have them be the top team that MSK goes against. Sure. But I mean, the Vets can hang with MSK also. I'm trying to remember in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, what was MSK's route to win that tournament? Let me get to that. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic 2021 bracket. Let's see here. Where's the picture? There we go. No, big dum-dums. There we go. MSK. No, that's from 2020. I want 2021. 2021 MSK, they squared off against Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas, and then they faced off against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. And then after that, they went up against El Legado del Fantasma in the semis. And then in the finals, it was Grizzled Young Veterans, right? That is right, isn't it? I think so. Jamel saying Santos with the Little Critter title and Wilde and Mendoza with the tags. I can see that. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yep, I'm with you on that one. I can see El Legado having all of it. And I can also see that being a reason for them to take the title off of Devlin and keep him at NXT UK and keep him centered around, going for the major title there, having him go against, whoever the NXT UK champion may be there. So, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll take El Legado del Fantasma. Do I want to lock it? I'm going to lock it. I like that idea. Of El Legado del Fantasma and Santos Escobar with the titles. Yeah, I like that idea. So yeah, we'll lock them. Sounds good to me. Next match. Oh, we gotta talk. Right now. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. This is the only reason I'm looking forward to next week. And it should be yours as well. This is the only match I'm looking forward to throughout the entire week. Okay? Walter, NXT UK champion, putting up his title against Tomato Chomper. Oh, boy. Gosh, this one to me is honestly a little difficult. It's a little difficult in that, God, I would love for Walter to lose the NXT UK title and remain stateside and bolster Imperium. I would love for that to happen. But then that means that Tomato Chomper is the NXT UK champion, and we've got to ship him to the UK. Ugh. I don't know about that. You know, that's the part of me is I would love for Walter to win, just so we could fulfill my fantasy of him staying at stateside. But that's not going to happen. Nah, it's not going to happen. What we're going to see here is Timothy Thatcher coming out and turning on Chomper and him becoming the head of Imperium stateside is what's going to happen. And then Walter can go on back to NXT UK and eventually drop the title. He will eventually drop the title over there and stay at NXT UK. As sad as that sounds. But that's what I'm doing. I'm taking Walter. You damn well know I'm locking that. I'm locking Walter. Yeah. If I lose, I lose. If I lose, it's for a good cause. I can, I got no problem taking a shot if Walter loses. Okay. Jamel saying I can for sure see Tomato Chomper winning, being an asshole American in NXT UK. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that, but I just can't buy it. Nah. I got Walter. God, those thunderclap chops from the heavens. Oh, can't wait to listen to those. Can't wait to hear those. Final match, night 1 of NXT, the episode of NXT Stand and Deliver. Io Shirai, the last great waifu before Sarray debuts in NXT, defending her NXT Women's title against Raquel Gonzalez. I think it's about time Io drops it. I think it's about time Io drops the women's title, and it's about time everyone gets a brand new waifu on Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, that's what I see happening. It's about time she drops it. She bit off more than she could chew, challenging Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel's going to show her up. Dakota Kai may make a appearance, but also Zoe Stark will do the same thing. Zoe Stark isn't even on the main roster. Go figure that one. But usually after WrestleMania, we get a slew of brand new profile pictures, and everything is updated rigorously. So, no, the waifu waifu's gone. No. Raquel Gonzalez makes like Nia Jax and destroys the waifu. Don't need to lock it, and I don't think I should. There we go. I am tired of waifus. I want all waifus destroyed. Okay, I am tired of it. I'm sick and tired of everyone on Twitter going crazy ape bonkers when they see some dainty female taking a ridiculous bump and they start blaming it on the bigger female. Get over it, okay? Besides, your waifu's going to show up on Raw and SmackDown. So there you go. There's night 1 of NXT TakeOver, the episode that's going to air on April the 7th. Don't call it TakeOver. It's just an episode of NXT. And then on a very special episode of NXT on the Peacock, Thursday night, 5 matches on that one. All right, night 2. Take another swig. Oh, this triple IPA is very good. All right. 5 matches on Stand and Deliver night 2 that I will be here on the YouTubes doing a live watch along with y'all. So tune in so I can be stupid. I can act stupid and I'll do a couple of shots while I'm probably watching the show. Yeah, because I am not gonna have a potential 14 shots to do during my shows, okay? So I may have to do some on the show if I don't get those locks right on Wednesday night. All right, night 2. Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar in a unification match for the Little Critter title, the Cruiserweight title, in a ladder match. This is going to be a car crash. This is going to be a train wreck. This is going to have all kinds of flippy-dippy scary stuff. And you know what? Since we locked El Legado del Fantasma to win the NXT tag team titles, I don't see why not that Santos Escobar will be the undisputed Little Critter champion, only for this whole purpose that we need Jordan Devlin to be off the title and we can start pushing him in NXT UK, potentially facing Walter, and he might win the NXT UK title right there. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Santos. I'm going to take Escobar for that. And because I locked his buddies, I'll lock him as well. Is what I'll do. Mediocre Lewis, any thoughts on the video game street fight with Miro and Best Friends? Miro sucks, but I love Best Friends. I love that act. Okay, that is such a great act, but man, Miro is horrible. God, he's fallen off the face of the planet in my eyes. Okay, there's a whole lot of crap that I want to talk about with this picture. Just the picture alone. But NXT Women's Tag Team Champions Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon defending their titles against Candace LeRae and Indy Hartwell. This is a tough one, but I'm not locking it. That's for damn sure. Actually, first off, I can't stand this picture. Blackheart and Moon just look what we got. We drive a tank, and Indy no-sells our shot. Indy no-sells our mortar. Moon and Blackheart retain. I don't care. Shotzi and Ember retain. Don't care. Shotzi and Ember retain. Don't care. It'd be better if it was with Indy and Candace, but I don't see it happening. God, it's just so... That's a bathroom break of a match. Johnny Gargano defending his NXT North American title against the winner of the Gauntlet match for the previous night. We have that being Dexter Lumis. Austin Theory may interfere in the match. Oh boy. All right, so first off, we've already got 3 new champions. Well, the NXT tag team titles are vacated, so we're giving titles to someone. Raquel Gonzalez becomes a new champion. Santos Escobar is already a champion. He's now an undisputed champion. Are we going to have another title change? If we are doing a title change here, I don't see Johnny Gargano going after Fonz Balor because they've already had a program a while back. I don't necessarily know who the heck Gargano could go after. Kylo Reilly? Maybe? I don't know. If I can't think of anything for Gargano to do after his reign as champion, then he's not losing the title. So, no, Gargano retains. Gargano retains. Do I lock it? Okay, I know what the other 2 matches are that I still have. Do I lock this? Oh. No. No, I'm not going to lock it. No, I'm not going to lock it. No. All right. I still have a mandatory lock to do on this night. 4 locks down, 10 to go. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Unsanctioned match, which means basically they get to beat the shit out of each other with whatever the hell they want. Who the hell knows? Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. This is a match you're going to hear me say fuck this match a lot on. I can't stand Kyle O'Reilly. I just can't. Throwing submissions in for the sake of having a submission, making no sense whatsoever in any of his matches. It's... I had to chug the rest of it in the can. God, Kyle O'Reilly's making me drink. Unfortunately, we're going to see the push of Adam Cole to leave NXT. Roderick Strong packed his bags last Wednesday and said that he was done. Austin Theory did the same thing. He ended up returning. So, what's going to happen with Roddy Strong? Roddy Strong might be going to 205 Live. That or he's going to go to NXT UK. O'Reilly is going to win this match, and then Adam Cole is going to make his debut on Raw or SmackDown. On Raw. Cole is going to go to Raw, not SmackDown. There's way too much. There's no. We can't. I don't want to subject him to SmackDown. No. He'd be better off going to Raw. Him in a match with Drew McIntyre sounds great. No, I'm taking O'Reilly. I'll take O'Reilly, unfortunately. And I'm locking it. No, I'll lock it. Locking O'Reilly. Because, yeah, I see Cole going to Raw after the show. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And Kyle O'Reilly, God, I can't stand it. His matches make no sense whatsoever. None. At all. I don't know what the hell he's supposed to be. Seriously. All right, finally, final match of night 2. Fonz Balor defending the NXT title against Carrion Cross, where I'm still not sold on the Carrion Cross character. You know? Making him like this doomsday monster type guy, you know, and I love that kind of motif on a character, you know, but he just doesn't seem that motif does not match his physique. I would expect someone to be bigger. I would expect a Bork laser to have the kind of character and theme that Karrion Kross has. I just can't get by it. And I hate his entrance. I'm not a fan of Karrion Kross's entrance by any, I hate it. I would like it more if Scarlett did not lip sync. We'll put it that way. If Scarlett was not lip syncing the lyrics to his entrance theme, I would probably like it. But, Fonz Balor versus Karrion Kross for the NXT title. No one's going anywhere. Both people are staying put at NXT. What are we going to do with Fonz Balor after this match? LA Knigget? Oh, maybe. There's a lot of question marks going on with NXT's mid-card right now. And a lot of questions about who is going to be ascending to the higher card. Who's going to ascend to the main, the main event status. Because it is barren up there right now. Man. I can see Fonz winning, but then we're going to have a multi-man clusterfuck for a defense of the title, and that's when he drops it. And we got to figure out who the heck we're pushing further into that realm. It could be Santos Escobar, but he's going to have the little critter title. He's got to drop it sometime. It's not Gargano. It's not Loomis. Cameron Grimes would be fantastic. Cameron Grimes having that title would be hilarious. Jamel saying Fonz to NXT UK. They did that for a hot minute. They had Fonz Balor over there, I think, for a hot minute just to promote NXT UK. But I don't see him going to NXT UK. NXT UK is a very good show right now. And we can't bleed the main event line of NXT dry. I'm staring at, Tomato Chomper. Timothy Thatcher. I like the idea of Timothy Thatcher and Imperium. I like that idea. So, I'm going to have Fonz retain. Yeah. I'm going to have Fonz retain. I just don't buy Karrion Kross. I just don't. Not locking it. Not going to lock it, that's for sure. All right. There we go. I'm sketchy on these picks. Really sketchy on this. All right, those are 5 locks down from 10 matches. We have 12 matches to go. WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday night. Be sure to catch Mike Tedesco and myself here following WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. And I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about, and I'll have a lot to bitch about because I'll be drinking a lot of tequila. But how will we know I'll be drinking a lot of tequila? Well, first I've got to make the prediction, so let's just go ahead and do that right now. All right. No, we got to change the graphic. There we go. All right. Night 1 of WrestleMania's got 6 matches. 3 of them I must lock. I have got 9 locks to make. All right, here we go. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. I expect this to open night 1. It's going to be a very, very fun match. Any run-ins? Murphy, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura and Murphy could do some run-ins. Yeah, I can see that happening. I'm going to take Cesaro. Yeah, Cesaro's going to win. Yeah. I'll even lock that. Yeah, why not? I'll go ahead and lock that. Take Cesaro for the lock. They've been really doing a good job on pushing this character. And they're trying to make him like the sentimental favorite, is what it is. Totally get that as a push. But it's not going to go very far. You've already got a sentimental guy with Big E as Intercontinental Champion. You're going to have Cesaro against Roman Reigns. That's going to destroy that. So, yeah, this will be a fun one. But I'll take Cesaro on that one and lock that. For the Raw Tag Team titles, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods representing the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. Almost. We'll call him Almost. Almost AJ Styles and the actual AJ Styles. If we were to take the tag titles off New Day, I think this would be the 4th title change for the Raw Tag Team titles in the past 3 months. I think that's correct. Also, wouldn't it be just delicious if Almost turns on AJ Styles? That sounds delectable. That looks great for WrestleMania. I've got a feeling we're going to see a swerve in this one. Not a swerve, but I mean we're going to see an accidental hit. AJ accidentally hits Almost, and Almost just clocks AJ, walks out, and that's all he does. He's maybe tagged in once and throws some punches and does the chokeslam, and that's about it. Jamel saying the Hurt Business had the belts since TLC in December. Gotcha. Okay, so, all right. It just feels hot potatoed. But I like the idea of Almost whacking AJ. That sounds fun to me. I think it's so much fun, I'm going to lock it. Yeah. I'll take New Day to retain. New Day to retain and almost shenanigans. Daniel saying almost a singles wrestler. Oh, come on, AJ versus almost. Nah, someone's going to get shipped off to SmackDown probably before that happens. No, it's not. No, he isn't. Almost is seriously our brand new Great Khali. He is our new Great Khali. And you should be thankful for that. The Great Khali is someone we miss. Could lumber around, is about as mobile as a silo. Has the agility of a forklift. Has something else that could be in a comparative to any kind of other piece of warehouse or farm machinery. Yeah. Nah. New Day's retaining. Almost is going to slug AJ. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, God. You'll hear me scream, fuck this match, even though I'm not even streaming that night until this show is over on Saturday night. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. Shane feels like falling off of something, so we're going to make it a steel cage match. Is anyone even going to run in on this? Elias and Jackson Riker could? No, but I could see Dabba-Kato running in. But he hasn't been on television since October. You're expecting people to remember Raw Underground? God, this match is going to stink. This is going to stink. This match is going to stink. Makes no sense whatsoever. The build-up for this match has been horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know who the fuck's been writing it. It's stuff. Does it matter who wins? Do I really want to subject myself to a shot of tequila on this match? I really don't. That's why I just don't care. If Braun Strowman wins, oh my God, if Shane McMahon wins, my God, what does that do to the Strowman character? Ugh. Might as well ship Strowman off to 205 Live, where he can toss around people left and right. Yeah, Shane's gonna... No. Shane McMahon is actually going to win because he's gonna fall off the damn thing. Shane's gonna win because he's gonna fall off the fucking cage. That or he's gonna do his high spot before the match even starts. That's probably what's going to happen. He's going to do his high spot before the match even starts. Does that mean I'd pick Shane to win? Oh, God. Call this the don't scroll down match? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Lewis. God. I don't care. It ain't like the Strowman character's in a good place. Yeah, let's just put it in the shitter even more. Shane. Yeah, I'll pick Shane to win. Yeah. Why the hell not? Hell, he won against The Miz a few years ago because he liked falling off of shit. Yeah. I'll take Shane. I'm not locking it. It's not worth a shot of tequila. All right, Sasha Banks needs to get that shit checked underneath her eyes. Sasha Banks defending the SmackDown Women's title against Bianca Belair. The build-up for this has been not as horrible as Strowman Shane, but by God, it's been as fucking predictable. Yeah. I don't know who's the heel. I don't know who's the face. Is Sasha Banks supposed to be the heel in this? I don't know. What are we doing with either of them after this match? Who Sasha got after this? Who are they going to push to go after Sasha? Did they legitimately do Bayley versus Sasha? Oh boy, this is bad. This is another bad one. Daniel saying Bianca and Lockett. What am I doing? Am I just going to do a rematch after this? Probably. Yeah, I guess. Sasha wants to throw a temper tantrum and go away, says Jamel. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I would not doubt that. Yeah, I'll take Bianca. Sure. And I've got 8 matches. I've got 8 matches after this. 7 locks to go. I better lock this one. For my own health, I need to lock this one because I do not want to get cornered into locking all of night 2. Okay, so yeah, we're locking Bianca to be the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Bad Bunny versus The Miz. This is a no-brainer. John Morrison and Damian Priest are going to be at ringside. Lots of shenanigans and stupidity is going to be happening. Bad Bunny will win. Lock it. Yeah. Bad Bunny will win. Lock it. No problem there. And finally, to cap off night 1 of WrestleMania, Bobo Lashley defending the WWE title against Drew McIntyre. MVP is probably going to be at ringside. Will Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander make appearances? We're not sure, but we know Baron King Corbin is going to be at ringside for Bobo Lashley. Let's see. What do we do here? This one's fascinating with King Corbin being part of it. Daniel saying Drew Lockett. I can absolutely do that. I love the idea of King Corbin, Drew McIntyre. It's about time we doing something with Corbin. It's about time we're doing something with Corbin. He's one of the best heels they got. Drew was robbed of his Mania moment due to COVID. Well, it's going to be at a partially full stadium, so I guess he can get it. Jamel, as much as I've enjoyed Bobo as champ, I think they're set with Drew as their guy. He'll get the belt back. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'll take McIntyre. Yeah. I'll go with McIntyre on that one. I'll go with McIntyre. Regaining his title. All right, what am I at here? I'm at 9 locks, 5 to go. 4 mandatory locks on night 2. I'll lock it. We're almost locking all of night 1. We're almost locking all of night 1. But, yeah. All right. 5 locks on night 1. Mediocre Lewis is saying, you're locking Bobo. I've got you. No, I hear you. I completely understand locking Bobo. I'm scared. Really scared. God, this is not looking good. Jamel saying a lot of faces will win on Mania weekend. Well, that's the thing. WrestleMania is all about resolution of programs, and the baby faces 90% of the time win. That's just how WrestleMania is. All right. Finally. Night 2 of WrestleMania. 6 matches on the card. 6 matches to predict. 4 of these matches are locks. All right. Here we go. Matt Riddle defending the United States title against Sheamus. I love this look of Sheamus. I love that look. I really wish he would keep that as ring attire. You know, suspenders and the wife beater white t-shirt going with the slacks. God, that's such a good look on it. The bowler. Oh, it's such a good look. Oh. But no, we have too many graphics on Riddle. We have got virtual CG. We've got slow-mo on the sandals being flipped off his feet. We have pyro when he does it. And we have colorful birds flying around when he does it too. Man, Vince loves him some Riddle. I've got to take Riddle. I've got to take Riddle on this one. Got to take Riddle. Can I lock it? Oh, God, what are the matches that are after this? All right, Doug, what are the other matches that are on this card? Asuka's match, Zayn Owens, triple threat, universal title, the Beast fucking, the Fiend fucking shenanigans. God. Do I lock this? I cannot be forced to locking matches. I just can't do it. Locking it. Yes, lock Riddle. Lock Riddle. All right. Locking Riddle to retain. Oh, this was the other one. Someone explain this to me. I'm glad I did that. All right. Big E defending the Intercontinental title against Apollo Crews in a Nigerian drum match? What exactly is that? Is that like just people at ringside drumming? Like, I'm imagining, if you've ever seen authentic Muay Thai kickboxing out of Thailand, there is always a band playing in the background during their matches, and it's so that the fighters can keep in tempo as they're fighting. Is that what this is supposed to be like? Like there's supposed to be some drummers in the background drumming and that's supposed to keep in time, and so it keeps them in tempo or something like that. Is that what this is? Is that what a Nigerian drum match is? That's weird. It's really fucking weird. That is weird. If I have Big E retain, what am I doing with the newly developed character of Apollo Crews? If Apollo Crews wins, I can just do I could do a rematch. It's been fun watching these two go at it. Jamel saying they'll probably explain what the match is on SmackDown this week. Yeah, it probably will. Too bad. I got to make a prediction on it now. I'll take Crews. I did it fast lane that Crews was going to take the title, but now I'm sure he'll take it. Yeah, we're taking Apollo, but I ain't locking it. By the way, Titus O'Neil and Hulk Hogan are hosting the 2 nights of WrestleMania, and I'm anticipating Hulkster to welcome us from Miami. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Again. This time it's just because Sami Zayn is a wacky asshole. Kevin Owens doesn't like conspiracy theorists. There's so much metaphor in this match. There is a lot of metaphor, political or otherwise, in this match. Don't see any run-ins. Could see a DQ finish. But there's so much metaphor. KO, right? I take KO, right? Daniel saying KO. Mashun saying KO. Jamel bringing up that Apollo could face E, Nakamura, KO. Maybe Jey Uso. He could face Cesaro. That's a better bet. But KO, I'm supposed to take KO with this, right? Jamel saying you go with Sammy with a chicken shit win. Oh my God. Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough. But it could be a short one, too. Could be a short one. Could be a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You see Sami Zayn starting up a stable? We don't have a lot of stables on SmackDown. I don't think we have any stables on SmackDown except for Roman Reigns' family. It'd be good if SmackDown had another stable full of the conspiracy theorists, you know? Nah, I gotta take KO. Gotta take KO. I gotta lock that. I have to. Because if I don't, then I am cornered in and I must lock the next 3 matches. So no, I have to lock KO. I'll lock it. All right. 3 matches, 2 locks. Here we go. Asuka defending the Raw Women's title against Rhea Ripley. This will be Rhea Ripley's first match being officially on Monday Night Raw. This will be her, this will be her second WrestleMania match. First match representing Monday Night Raw. Unless she's going to have a match tomorrow, Monday night. Asuka needs a break. Asuka needs a vacation. She has been the MVP of the pandemic era of Monday Night Raw. She has been so entertaining. She is homesick. She needs a vacation. And there's no better time to give that to her than right now with a potentially returning Becky Lynch. So I have got to give Asuka a vacation. I give it to Ripley. Rhea Ripley wins. Yeah, Ripley is the new Raw Women's Champion. I have no problem locking that. All right. Just because Asuka needs a break. And Charlotte Flair returning from her COVID diagnosis, allegedly. To make for her and Ripley to have a good 2 or 3 month program sounds really good. Becky Lynch returning to have a match at SummerSlam sounds really good. And then Asuka returning after an 8 or 9 month hiatus sounds really good. I'd have Asuka on SmackDown when she returns. How does Asuka Bianca Belair sound? That sounds pretty good. I kind of like that idea. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential with the title change. There's way more potential with the title change than there is everything remaining stand pat. So, Ripley becoming new Raw Women's Champion. Lock it. You know, how I am to Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon, I know the effervescent one Mike Tedesco is to The Fiend, we think, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Just a regular match. Nothing special. Is it fair to say now that The Fiend Bray Wyatt is the brand new Undertaker? That he is the brand new special attraction? You know? God. I'm so glad I used my locks, because God damn it. Damn this match. Fuck this match. Seriously, fuck everything about this. Fuck The Fiend. Fuck Bray Wyatt. Okay, fuck it. All right. The only way to end this is releasing Bray Wyatt. There is no way you can repackage him. There's none. There is no way you can salvage him. None. Oh, God. It is so bad. This is so bad. Undertaker was so much better. But God damn it, this is so bad. The guy's resurrected. He was burned alive, and now he's back. How the fuck are you going to explain this? Oh. And what's more is we don't even know if that actually is the person, Bray Wyatt, underneath all that fucking makeup. We don't know really who that is. We really don't. There's so much shit happening with that thing. Alexa Bliss will make an appearance. What the fuck? And what is this anyway? I mean, I hate babyface on babyface matches because they reek of honor and respect, okay? But I hate heel on heel matches even more because look at it. Who is the babyface here? Really? Who? Oh, God. I'm so glad I'm not locking this. So glad I'm not locking this. What are we doing here? I'll take the Fiend. Take the Fiend to win. Oh, God. Take the Fiend. Take him to win. To get his comeuppance for being lit on fire. God. So horrible. Not locking it. It's not worth it. That cheap-ass tequila is not worth the outcome of this match. Or this match in general. Ugh. All right. Final match. Mandatory lock. Have to lock it. It's going to be a fun one. Triple threat for the Universal title to close out the entire week. Roman Reigns. Squaring off against the Edge, who won the Royal Rumble of Royalty, and the Daniel Bryan. Okay. What can we do here? If Roman retains, Edge Daniel Bryan sounds like a fantastic program to carry us on towards SummerSlam. What program do we have lying in wait for Burden? Cesaro. Big E. Yeah. That's kind of what we could have in line if Roman Reigns wins. If Edge wins, what do we have? Well, we have subsequent programs with Burden and Daniel Bryan. If Daniel Bryan wins, what do we do? Well, we have subsequent programs with Edge. Not as much Roman Reigns. He's already done the thing with Roman Reigns. So if he has any other programs he could do, him and Cesaro, oh yeah, you can chalk that one up. Daniel Bryan or Edge versus Seth Rollins in a Wham Bam 1 month program. That sounds good. But then what are we doing with Roman Reigns when he does not have the title? Seth Rollins? No, Seth Rollins is not a babyface. What do we do with Roman Reigns when he does not have the title? That title makes the heel character that is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns doesn't have the title, then that character is shit. We've already had Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan solo. We have not had Roman Reigns versus Edge solo. Roman Reigns Big E sounds good. Roman Reigns versus Cesaro sounds decent. But people coming into SmackDown via a draft from Raw or NXT sounds better, i.e. Bobby Lashley. I do not see Roman Reigns losing this title. I just don't. It is the foundation of his character. It is a character that has been well done. No one's been complaining about Roman Reigns at all since his swerve last year. And I know everyone would love for Edge to win the title. But Edge is kind of the pseudo heel in this one. Daniel Bryan's the babyface. Daniel Bryan is the pure babyface. Roman Reigns the pure heel. And Edge is kind of playing the anti-hero a little bit. Dude, I've won I'm getting what I deserved. I won the Royal Rumble. I should be getting Reigns. What the fuck, Daniel Bryan? You know, so the heel against Daniel Bryan, but the face against Roman Reigns. What has more potential down the line, program-wise, regarding all three outcomes. I mean, I brought them all up off the top of my head that we could be doing after WrestleMania for the next 6 months. If Daniel Bryan wins, you can see him and Edge program for 2 months. You could see Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. And that's really it. That's pretty much it. If Edge wins the title, then we can have an Edge and Daniel Bryan program for about 2 or 3 months. Then we can have a Seth Rollins program. We could have a Cesaro Edge program. A Big E Edge program? Maybe. But there's more on the plate for Edge as the champion than there is Daniel Bryan as the champion. But if Roman Reigns is the champion, you can still have Roman Reigns Edge in a singles program. Big E will be off of the Intercontinental title and could join the fray to go after Roman Reigns for the Universal title. You could do the underdog story of Cesaro to go after Roman Reigns for the title. You could even try to pull a Seth Rollins with Roman Reigns. There are way more options with Roman Reigns as champion than there are with Edge or Daniel Bryan. That's how I see this. I look at it long term. Now, what do we do with the people who aren't champions? If Daniel Bryan's the champion, then what are we doing with Edge and Roman Reigns? There's no question what we can do with Edge. Roman Reigns, that's a bigger question. Are we going to have a Roman Reigns Cesaro program that's titleless? Can we have a Roman Reigns Big E program that is titleless? Can we have, when Edge has the title, can Roman Reigns have any programs that are legitimate or fun without a title? There are way more potential programs that can come from Roman staying as champion, with Daniel Bryan and Edge not having the title. Edge Seth Rollins sounds fantastic. Daniel Bryan Big E sounds great. I think they've had that match before. Switch them around. Edge Big E, Daniel Bryan Cesaro again, maybe. There's way more potential. Way more potential. Roman, I'm taking Burner. I'm locking it. Taking Burner. Lock it. All right. Whew. Hey, Quentin Wee. Oh, wow, that's all of them. Whew. All right. Yeah, we'll do a recap. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I'm concerned. I am concerned. It was only going to be 10 locks, and then you jokers talked me into 14. Ugh. All right, let's go back through them. All right, let's recap. All right. Night 1, Stand and Deliver, the episode of NXT that'll be on the USA Network next Wednesday. Kushida versus Pete Dunn for no reason whatsoever except to brag that you're a technical wrestler. Pete Dunn, lock it. Gauntlet match to determine who's going to be facing Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American title on the next night. We are taking Dexter Lumis in that one. Triple threat tag team match to determine the champions of the now vacated NXT tag team titles. MSK versus Legado del Fantasma versus Grizzled Young Veterans. We are taking Legado del Fantasma and we are locking it. Walter defending the NXT UK title versus Tomato Chomper. I'm taking Walter and I'm locking it. You goddamn right I'm locking Walter. Io Shirai, everyone's new favorite waifu, defending the NXT women's title versus Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez is your brand new NXT Women's Champion. NXT Stand and Deliver, the episode of NXT that's going to be on Peacock on Thursday night. You're going to be with me, because I'm going to do a watch-along during the show. Santos Escobar versus Jordan Devlin in a unification match of the Little Critter Cruiserweight title. In a ladder match, we are taking Santos Escobar, and we are locking it. The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon, defending the titles against Candace LeRae and Indy Hartwell. We are taking Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. Johnny Gargano defending the NXT North American title against the winner of the Gauntlet match from the previous night. That was Dexter Lumis. We are taking Johnny Gargano to retain. Later, Mediocre Lewis, Kylo Reilly versus Adam Cole in an unsanctioned match. We are taking Kylo Reilly in that one, and we are locking it. Fonz Balor defending the NXT title versus Killer Carrion Cross. All K's, but he's not a racist. Fonz Balor versus Carrion Cross for the NXT title. Fonz is going to retain. Take a breath. WrestleMania Night 1 next Saturday. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. We're taking Cesaro and we're locking it. The New Day defending the Raw Tag Team titles against AJ Styles and Almost. We are taking the New Day to retain and locking. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. We're taking Shane McMahon because he loves falling off of things. Sasha Banks defending the SmackDown Women's title against Bianca Belair. And we're taking Bianca Belair to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and we're going to lock it. Bad Bunny faces The Miz in a match. The Bad Bunny wins, and I'm locking it. Bobo Lashley defends the WWE title against Drew McIntyre. I am taking Drew McIntyre to be a two-time champ and locking it. Finally, WrestleMania Night 2. Matt Riddle defending the United States title against Sheamus. I am taking Matt Riddle to retain and locking. Big E defending the Intercontinental title against Apollo Crews in a Nigerian drum match. I don't think they need to climb a wall of drums in Nigeria. I don't think that's how that works. But Apollo Crews is going to win the Intercontinental title anyway. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn because they hate each other. Kevin Owens is going to win, and I'm locking that. Asuka defending the Raw Women's title. The original waifu defending the Raw Women's title against Rhea Ripley. I am taking Rhea Ripley to become the new Raw Women's Champion, and I'm locking it. Well done, Bo Rotunda. No, well done, Harris Rotunda. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. I'm taking The Fiend. You're going to need a lot of ketchup for that steak. Finally, Burden. Roman Reigns defending his Universal title versus Daniel Bryan and The Edge in a triple threat match. I am picking Burden to retain the Universal Championship and locking it. Oh, God. 14 locks, 14 potential shots of tequila. Oh, God help me. That's going to do it for this abbreviated edition of Wrestleview Weekly. So many predictions, so much stuff for not just the WWE. 20 hours of programming next week from the WWE. But you know what that means? That means there's at least 12 hours of programming of us from Wrestleview. Oh, God, my hair. Monday night, following Monday Night Raw, join the the effervescent one, Mike Tedesco and Queen Victoria, after they've been vaccinated from the spiky Nerf ball. They're going to talk after the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. Thursday night, during night 2 of NXT Stand and Deliver, join me right here on the Wrestleview YouTube channel as I do a live watch-along and potentially do shots of tequila from matches that I got wrong from the previous night and probably during the show. Friday night, following the go-home show of Smackdown, come right here to join Roy to talk about Smackdown and the stuff. Saturday night, following WrestleMania. Sunday night, following WrestleMania. Join me and the effervescent one, Mike Tedesco, as we talk about WrestleMania. Whew. Had to get that out of my system. Thank you all so much for stopping by. You all have a happy Easter. Celebrate Zombie Jesus. He walked out of a cave that had a big circular rock to prove to everyone that he's a zombie. Go find your eggs. Eat jelly beans. Get high, huffing up the cream of the Cadbury eggs. Whatever the hell you guys do on Easter, have a good one. Have a happy Easter. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Don't be an asshole. Think of others before yourselves. And finally, the most important one, know when you're being sold to.